Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken. Today, guys, I am here to show off my entire Lionsgate Steelbook collection. So I've gotten requests in the past to do this, but I was always like, I don't feel like I have a lot of Lionsgate Steelbooks, but I don't feel like I have enough to do a full-on collection video. Well, I was wrong. I actually have almost 40 Lionsgate Steelbooks. I didn't realize just how many that I had accumulated, but Lionsgate's just been killing it over the past few years. So I've talked about it before, but like I was collecting Steelbooks like in the beginning, like when Wonder Woman and the Marvel stuff, or the beginning for me, I should say, back in like 2017. I got Baby Driver, Wonder Woman. I started collecting the Marvel Steelbooks and some of the DC Steelbooks and like Ready Player One and stuff. I was buying Steelbooks, but I got to the point where I was just like, God, these are just too expensive. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I actually like slipcovers a little bit more. So I started buying slipcovers more often than not. And then Lionsgate started coming out with these kick-ass Steelbooks, like this cool commissioned artwork and just some wonderful stuff. It sucked me right back into the world of Steelbooks. I've got, like I said, I've got almost 40. I've got 31 Steelbooks and Steelbook sets. Now I do have 2 sets that have 4 Steelbooks in one and then 5 Steelbooks in the other. So I'm kind of adding those together, making almost 40. So I'm going to go through these. I'm going to tell you all when they came out. I actually put them in order of release date. And I'm gonna, I'm not gonna give prices or anything like that. I'm not gonna tell you if they're available. A lot of the times, guys, in the cases of a lot of these Lionsgate Steelbooks, they're still available on Best Buy's website. So just if a Steelbook looks cool to you, look it up on the Best Buy website and they might still have it. Now, some of these they don't have on the Best Buy website and you would have to look on eBay or somewhere else. But I would warn you, Lionsgate seems to be in this like model pattern of like just re-releasing the Steelbooks. Like just randomly they'll show up at a Best Buy. Like the Dread Steelbook was at my Best Buy the other day. There was 10 copies of it. Just randomly showed up at a Best Buy just out of nowhere a few weeks back. And that one came out in 2021. And I think Dread actually came out in early 2021. So every now and then they'll just randomly show up in Best Buy's like second pressings. But one of the advantages of buying a Lionsgate Steelbook day one when it comes out, or at least on the first run, is that it'll actually say first pressing on the inside. I'll show that off as we get into showing off the collection, but that has to make it a little bit more valuable in the future, the fact that you have that first pressing. But if you just want it in the collection, like if you're trying to complete the Lionsgate Steelbook collection, like just look it up on Best Buy, guys. Look up the Steelbooks that you want on there. They might have them in stock, like they might not. I don't want to go into like what's in stock and what's not right now, because like in 5 days, like the ones that I say are in stock could be out of stock, and vice versa. Like the ones that I say are out of stock could be in stock. So just look it up for yourself, or like some people may watch this like 3 months down the road. So I want this video to age well, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So just look it up for yourself and see if it's in stock. Let's get into the first one. This is the Halloween 4K Steelbook, the Halloween Lionsgate 4K Steelbook. This came out on September the 29th of 2020, and I actually have an overseas version right here. I did not buy this when it initially came out because I was very stubborn back in those days. Like I said, I was done with Steelbooks and I didn't love the design of this one, but I was like, I've got Halloween on 4K. I don't need to double dip to get this Steelbook version. I got this later on down the line, imported it. So I got the, the overseas stickers right there, but still the same, Lionsgate Steelbook that came out. You take the slipcover off, and actually having it in person, it is actually a gorgeous Steelbook. Michael Myers right there. You got the fall leaves on the back with Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode. So I do like the Steelbook now that I have it in the collection. I'll show off the inside. You got the leaves and stuff on the inside. So that's pretty cool. But this is when Lionsgate was, I feel like, really starting to get into these kind of slip-covered Steelbooks. And somebody could probably point the origin of these like even earlier, but I feel like it really started in 2020 going into 2021 is when they really started to kick it up a notch with the artwork and all that. So yeah, the Halloween 4K Steelbook came out in 2020. And the next one that I'm going to show off also came out in 2020. And these are the only 2 that came out in 2020 that I have in the collection. This is the Rambo 5-film 4K set. This came out on October the 27th of 2020. Now this one, I can tell you right now, is extremely limited. You're not going to find this on the Best Buy website. You're only going to find this at this point on eBay, and you're probably going to pay a pretty penny for it. But what an incredible, incredible box set that was actually gifted to me by one of my very generous subscribers. So if you're watching right now, Anthony, just know that I appreciate you so much for sending this to me. It just really meant the world to me. But it's this is one of my prized possessions in the collection right now. If you were to ask me, like, what's your top 5 pieces of physical media in your collection, this would be in it. And all of these steelbooks are just beautiful. Like, you just take them out one by one. Just beautiful steelbooks, guys. And I might be putting in some like close-up shots or something in here as I show these off. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with this video, but you got Rambo 3 right there. Just some great stuff, guys. That's Rambo 2008. Rambo Last Blood. Just incredible steelbooks, guys. And I love this set so much. And the quality, like in this little foam protectors, like you don't see a lot of steelbook sets come out like this. I feel like this is one of a kind with Lionsgate. So, and we got another set that we'll show off here in a second, but not even that one has the level of like quality that this one has. This is just an incredible steelbook set that I'm very thankful to have in the collection. All right, let's go ahead and jump into 2021. We arrive at March 9th of 2021 with the Dread 4K Steelbook. So this is when I feel like they were really kicking it up a notch with the steelbook design, but just a gorgeous steelbook. You take it out of the slipcover and that artwork is just freaking killer, guys. If I can insert, like, I know that these, there's a misconception. Everybody says Lionsgate does a great job in the artwork. I know that these are commissioned, there's commissioned artwork on these steelbooks. There are real artists that are doing the artwork on these steelbooks. But I mean, Lionsgate's finding the talents and getting them to put it and hiring them to put that on their steelbooks. So you got to give Lionsgate some of the credit, even though I know it's not their artwork. Yeah, the Dread 4K Steelbook is just incredible. But like I said, this is when the artwork just really took a turn. I Am the Law right there. That's just, it's incredible, guys. Just incredible work by Lionsgate. That's the Dread 4K Steelbook. Next up, and this is when I really started to take notice. Like, this is a beautiful steelbook. This is my second favorite steelbook of the year that it came out. This came out April the 27th of 2021. That's the Dirty Dancing 4K steelbook. Look at this gorgeous steelbook. Like, it does not get any better than the Dirty Dancing steelbook. Oh my goodness. And we'll go through a bunch that I'll say the same thing on, but like, that artwork just pops. It just pops right in your face. Patrick Swayze, Jennifer Grey on the cover. You got the lift on the back and the silhouette. Just incredible, incredible artwork. I don't know if I'm going to be able to open all of these up, but the artwork on the disc too, guys, like, some of them I feel like it's the same artwork as the regular 4K, but some of them I feel like are different. And there's a digital code right there that I'm not going to bother to take out because I'm pretty sure I've already given that away. But the artwork on the disc sometimes, guys, is different than the standard 4K. Which I think is really cool. It just gives you a more bang for your buck. And another thing I'm going to say about these steelbooks, guys, I didn't say it in the opening, but part of the reason they drew me back into collecting for steelbooks is they're very affordable. They were 20 bucks when they first started coming out. Now they're up to about $21.99, but that's still very affordable for what you're getting. So let's get into the next one, the Saw 4K. This one came out on May 11th of 2021. I don't think I got this one initially. I just bought the regular standard 4K. I got this later on because it just kept staying at Best Buy. Like, it was staring at me. Every time I walked into Best Buy, it was staring at me, and I eventually picked it up for, I think, $18.99 or something. But this is an amazing steelbook. I'm not even the biggest fan of Saw, but like, you got freaking Billy right there, Billy the Puppet, and then on the back, like, this is what sold me. Like, Carrie Elwes getting dragged away through that red door with Tobin Bell right there, Jigsaw just standing in the red door. That is freaking awesome. Like, that artwork is just so freaking killer. But that's the Saw box set. Let's get into May 25th, 2021. This is a Target. A lot of these are Best Buy exclusive steelbooks, but some of them are Target. This is a Target exclusive steelbook right here. And this is the T2 Total Recall Blu-ray double pack. This is not a 4K, but I didn't pick this one up at first because I had Terminator 2 on 4K. I had Total Recall on 4K. I was like, I don't need this steelbook. But lenticular, you know, I had to get it, and it eventually dropped down to, I think, 25 bucks. I think it was 30 when it came out. So I had to get it, and you take it out of the slipcover, It's not like the other Lionsgate Steelbooks. I mean, in particular, it's not like a plastic slipcover, but that artwork for T2, and then you flip it and it's the artwork for Total Recall. That's just freaking awesome, and I love both of these movies so much. So, had to grab this one for sure. But yeah, that one came out on May 25th, 2021. I don't know if you can still get that one or not. Maybe if you get on the Target website. But this is another Saw-inspired Steelbook. This is Spiral. On 4K. This one came out on May the 25th, 2021. So it took me a while to pick this one up. I think I picked this one up last year during Black Friday. Did not get it when it first came out because I like this movie, but I just like, I don't need it on 4K. I don't need it in my collection, at least not right away for like 20, 30 bucks. So I waited on this one. And I bought this for like, I think $17.99 or something. It wasn't a bad price at all. Might have been 10 bucks I got this for actually. But a great steelbook for sure. I love the colors on here. I actually like this movie pretty decently. I'm not the biggest Saw fan, but this is probably like maybe my third or fourth favorite of the franchise. And it's a beautiful steelbook. It really is. Open it up. And right there, like that freaking, the pink discs, that is freaking awesome, guys. Freaking awesome. Like the discs sometimes, you know, they rival the artwork on the actual steelbook itself. All right, so that's the Spiral 4K. Let's get into the next one. This is another banger. This one came out on September the 28th of 2021. That's the 3 from Hell 4K Steelbook. So I already had 3 from Hell on 4K in the collection. And again, like, I don't hate this movie. I know a lot of people shit on it. I thought it was okay, but I don't love it enough to have it twice in the collection. But again, this Steelbook is incredible. Look at this freaking artwork right here. You take it out of the slipcover. And that's what I'm saying. This is when they really, I feel like, started getting like super creative with the, you know, the slip covers, the plastic slip covers, and how they kind of integrated that in with the artwork of the steelbook itself. Take that off, and it's kind of like they're peeling their faces off and their skeleton and bones underneath. Like, that's freaking amazing. There's nothing this cool in the actual movie itself, I'll say that. And then you open it up, and this is just like the regular discs. Like, this is the same disc from the 4K. This is the same artwork on the Blu-ray, I believe. So they didn't do anything cool with the disc. Like, it feels so random sometimes with the Lionsgate Steelbooks, because sometimes they'll just do something really cool with the discs, and then sometimes it'll just be the same disc that they had before in the, you know, the previous 4Ks. But that artwork is just freaking fantastic for this 3 from Hell Steelbook. So yeah, that one came out September 28th. 2021. Let's get into the next. This is the cream of the crop, guys. This is the one that I won a Clio award for. They actually used my video where I did my top 10 steelbooks of 2021. This was number 1. They used my video to win this steelbook an award for artwork, and that is the American Psycho 4K steelbook. This one came out on October the 5th of 2021. And this was the one that came out that just blew everybody's freaking mind, because look at this. Look at that. You peel his face off right there. Oh my God, look at that. So incredible. But yeah, just a beautiful, it's a kind of a plain image of Christian Bale with some blood on his face, blood splatter. But then you have the American flag on the axe on the back, and it's kind of simple. It may be one of the more simple like Lionsgate Steelbooks, but it's like so damn cool and just effective. And I'll go ahead and open it up. And this is one that they could have put some cool artwork on the disc, but they didn't. But they do have that card on the inside that's pretty cool, the Patrick Bateman card. I actually have a card right here that I put inside the steelbook. It did not come with the steelbook, but I actually got it in another American Psycho steelbook that I have. So, but yeah, if you don't know the story of how I won the American Psycho steelbook a Clio award, then, you know, go check out this video right here. I'll put it up there so you guys can check it out. But yeah, I basically won an Oscar. You know, because they showed my video on the same screen that they show the Oscars, the same stadium, arena, whatever you want to call it, that they show the Oscars. They had this award ceremony, and my face was up on this big screen. It's probably one of the coolest moments I've ever had on YouTube, to be honest. I joke about it to this day, but it honestly just blows my mind that that even happened. But yeah, the American Psycho steelbook is a wonderful, fantastic steelbook. Now let's go ahead and get into this Apocalypse Now 4K steelbook. This one came out on October the 19th of 2021. This is another beautiful steelbook. Oh my God, I love the artwork on this. So incredible. Oh my God, like that is so freaking awesome. It blows my mind. Like, I've seen all these before many times, but like I take the slipcover off, and like the artwork is is just so wonderful. And they actually put new artwork on this one, so that's nice for the actual like discs. I don't know why I'm taking the digital codes out, because I've already more than likely given them away, and if I haven't, then go ahead and take them. You know, I haven't used them. So yeah, just great artwork on that one. Let's get into another Rob Zombie movie. We got 31. This was a Blu-ray Target exclusive, and this came out on October the 26th of 2021. So yeah, this is a Target exclusive. Still have not seen this movie, but I got the Steelbook right here. And yeah, we'll take it out. Oh my God, another incredible art piece right there, guys. Just fantastic. Love this Steelbook. You got cool artwork on the Blu-ray on the inside. Just great stuff. I need to watch this movie. I've heard kind of some trash things about it, but I've heard some people that like it though. 31. Again, that one came out October the 26th, 2021. Now let's get into the Ran 4K Steelbook. And this one came out on November the 16th of 2021. And guys, everything that I'm saying is a Target exclusive, is not a Best Buy exclusive, and everything else is a Best Buy exclusive. So that's why I'm not bothering to say it. But the Ran 4K Steelbook right here, this was a spectacular Steelbook. Came out on November the 16th, 2021. Beautiful, beautiful, guys. Akira Kurosawa, you know, film. Still haven't seen it. Still haven't seen any of his movies, but I will one day. I absolutely will. And the artwork on these discs, oh my God, is so freaking killer. Oh my God, I love it. And see, like, these are different. Like, this is like a lot of the Steelbooks, they'll have the discs doubled up over here, and in this one, they're on both sides. So it's like they're not all like the same. Which is kind of cool, but the artwork on that one's freaking awesome. Like, this was like a legendary run, I feel like, in 2021, and this is what got us all hooked. Like, all of us physical media collectors and channels, we got hooked on these Lionsgate Steelbooks, and because of the statement that they made in 2021 with these Steelbooks, like, they showed us all, like, this is what we're doing now. And you guys better be on board, because you're going to be spending some money on Lionsgate Steelbooks going forward. And it continued with this one right here that nobody wanted to buy again on 4K, but they did, because Steelbook and artwork, and it's fantastic. But the Terminator 2 4K Steelbook right here, guys, came out on November the 23rd at 2021. And my God, look at that artwork right there, guys. How could you pass it up? Yeah, T2 is one of the most notoriously horrible transfers, but you just couldn't get this. Like, look at that. You know, throw the 4K away and put your Blu-ray in here, but you need the Steelbook. Oh my God, look at that thing. That is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. You got new artwork on the discs on the inside. This was just so killer when this was announced. Oh my God, I just remembered everybody was flipping out. Is it a new transfer? It's what the first thing everybody asks. Is it a new transfer? Is it a new transfer? No, it's the same shitty transfer from before, but look at this artwork. You gotta get it. That's what we all said. But yeah, okay, so that's 2021. Let's go into 2022, and they continue to push the envelope, ramp things up. Incredible Steelbook after incredible Steelbook in 2022, starting with Requiem for a Dream. This one came out on January the 18th of 2022. Incredible Steelbook right here. Another movie that I have not seen yet. I had this movie on 4K, the slipcover, when it came out as well. But look at that. You got Jared Leto, Jennifer Connelly right there. I believe that's Ellen Burstyn on the back. Yeah, I really need to watch this movie, but this is just beautiful artwork, beautiful Steelbook. And yeah, that one just has the regular disc art for Requiem on the inside, but just great work, just great work. And they released 2 Steelbooks this month. Like, they kind of got into the, now they take a month off here and there. They'll do one month, but they kind of got to the groove of the 2 Steelbook a month model, I feel like, in 2022. And The Punisher also came out in January. This came out on January 25th, 2022. So this is The Punisher 4K Steelbook, the 2004 film with Thomas Jane. And what a freaking killer. Like, this is one of my favorites right here. My God, look at that. Yeah, I mean, you just can't beat that. Look at that skull. That is so freaking awesome. And then on the back, you got Thomas Jane's Punisher. It's just killer, guys. It's just killer design work. Freaking awesome. And then in February, on February 8th, February 8th of 2022, a week before Valentine's Day, mind you. They dropped this little gem, one of my favorite movies of the 2010s. Probably one of my favorite movies of all time. One of my favorite musicals, La La Land, got a 4K Steelbook. And look at this beauty, guys. Like, this one kind of blew all of our minds. And even the people that are not the biggest musical or La La Land fans or romantic film fans bought this Steelbook because they could not resist. They could not resist Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone on the cover right there. And then you take it out and you got the moonlight. And look at that, guys. That's just freaking awesome. You still got the silhouettes with the moonlight and then completely different artwork on the inside. Oh my goodness. And if you've seen this movie, like, this is like pretty much the ending right here. All the artwork is kind of feels like inspired from the ending of this movie, that big like grand dance at the end. I love this movie so much. You know, great artwork on the inside as well. So good. So good. Love this artwork. I just admire it. Just soak it in. But that one came out in February. Next up, February 22nd, 2022, we got the Hurt Locker. We got the Hurt Locker 4K Steelbook, and this hadn't ever been put out on 4K before this Steelbook. Lionsgate will do that every now and then. They'll put out a 4K exclusive with the Steelbook. I believe Dirty Dancing was that way as well, and then later on they did a slipcover for it. So I imagine later on they'll do a slipcover version for the Hurt Locker. But this has really interesting thing with the discs I'll show off here in a second. But take it out. Another incredible. You got Renner right there with the explosion. Like, this is a great movie too. I need to watch this one in 4K. I haven't got a chance to yet, but freaking awesome Steelbook. But on the inside right here, they did something really cool with the disc art. Like, I remember when we all opened this up, we're like, did somebody like bootleg these discs? Like, what is this? Like, it just looks like something that you would burn in the early 2000s. But yeah, I haven't seen this movie in a while, but this has significance to the actual film itself. But just really cool stuff. Like, they just do really cool stuff like that out of nowhere sometimes, and it's awesome. But the Hurt Locker Steelbook is pretty freaking cool. Came out on February 22nd of 2022. And next up, we have a set to talk about. We have the Hunger Games Steelbook set, and this one came out on March the 22nd of 2022. Incredible box set right here. I'm not even the biggest Hunger Games fan, but I couldn't pass it up because this artwork, and as you see right here, I like the actual I like the packaging on this. I really do. I do think it's pretty cool. You know, but it's not as like protective as the Rambo one is. It's really like thin slivered like barriers in between each one, but it's still good. And you got right there, freaking good stuff for the first film. And kind of a little tougher to take out, but that's the one for Catching Fire. But the artwork on these are freaking awesome. And on the back, it's all the same. It's like the maps and stuff, the regions. But Mockingjay Part 1 and then Mockingjay Part 2. But the artwork is just incredible. And like I said, like I rewatched the first one recently. We watched it as a family, and my kids really enjoyed it. My wife enjoys these movies. And I really enjoyed the first film. I just don't love these films like everybody else does. But this set is just freaking awesome. And you can actually, I saw 2 of these in my Best Buy the other day. So go to your Best Buy if you want this, if you missed out on it. It's still available for a little bit cheaper than when it came out. All right, so we're going to continue on in 2022, April 19th, 2022. We got Cabin in the Woods. The 4K Steelbook, one of my favorite modern day horror movies, one of my favorite horror movies of the 2010s, and I could not pass this one up. Look at this. Lift that one up, and then you got the 2 people working in the lab and the cabin above them. It's got all the monsters breaking through the door on the back. Great Steelbook. I don't love the artwork on this like I do all the other ones, but it's still a really good design, really cool stuff here with the Cabin in the Woods 4K Steelbook. And then guys, you ready for this? Are you ready for this? We got one of the greatest disaster movies of all time, directed by Roland Emmerich on April the 26th, 2022. We got Moonfall on 4K, guys. Moonfall. And I watched this movie, and what a steaming hunk of crap this film was. But Steelbook. Look at the Steelbook. You know, don't mind the movie. Just look at the pretty Steelbook. Forget about the movie. It's an awesome looking Steelbook. Open up the Steelbook. Look at that. Ooh, look at that, guys. Steelbook. Steelbook can make you forget about, you know, any kind of crappy movie, you know. Just look at the Steelbook for a little bit and you'd be like, oh, this movie's great. It's not bad. Okay, no, it's pretty bad. But the Steelbook does help. It's a nice design, and I'm glad to have it in the collection. So, the Moonfall 4K Steelbook. That was a banger. That was a banger for sure. And then on May the 17th, 2022, we got one of my favorite films for the 2010s. We got Hell or High Water, the 4K Steelbook. Another fantastic Steelbook right here. And yeah, love this movie. I got really excited when this one was announced right here. Great artwork on this one. Really great stuff. Jeff Bridges, you know, Chris Pine, just a great movie. New artwork on the actual discs inside. And yeah, great movie, guys. May 17th, 2022, that one came out. What else can you say about Hell or High Water? So good. And we're going to jump into June 21st of 2022. We had The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Couldn't miss out on this one because I didn't love this movie, but you can't skip out on a Steelbook that has a bunch of different Nicolas Cage faces on it. Like, you can't skip out on that. Like, come on, guys. Look at that. Could you skip out on that? I couldn't. I had to get this one. And then you look inside and you got that really cool disc art. That's just freaking killer, guys. And this was one that I don't think I picked this one up initially. I got the Walmart exclusive. I got it later on down the line when it was a little bit cheaper, but had to get that one eventually. Okay. June the 21st. This actually came out. They released two Lionsgate Steelbooks on the same day. June 21st, 2022, we got Universal Soldier, the 4K Steelbook right here. Not one of my favorite Steelbooks, but it's a good one. It's a good one. It's not bad. It's got good artwork on it. So you got Jean-Claude Van Damme, Dolph Lundgren. You got some cool jungle stuff on the back, but, you know, admittedly, not one of my favorites. I think it's pretty cool how they integrated in with the slipcover, though. You put it in, and you got their faces that fell right into those little robotic body suits. So that's pretty cool. And next up, another one that's not one of my favorite Steelbooks, but it's still pretty nice. Like, even when it's not one of Lionsgate's best Steelbooks, it's still like miles ahead of most of the other ones that come out. That's the Angel Heart 4K Steelbook. That one came out on July the 12th of 2022. So I do like the flames right here on the actual slipcover itself. Then you take it off and, you know, it's pretty plain. It's pretty boring. It's, you know, it's kind of gray and all that stuff. You know, black and white Steelbook. I think this was one of the first times we got a black and white Steelbook. Robert De Niro in this movie is freaking insane, though. Like, yeah, there's a shot of him at the end that's wacky as hell. But yeah, Angel Heart's a cool movie, though. It's a cool movie. I would recommend it. And this Steelbook's pretty cool. This is one that you'll still find in Best Buy, like, today. So, Angel Heart did not sell very well. That came out on July the 12th, 2022. And we're going to go to August 30th of 2022. We got another one of my favorites movies of the 2010s, and that is Warrior. Warrior, the 4K Steelbook, and yeah, what a great movie. What a fantastic sports movie. This is probably maybe the best, like, fighting sports movie since the first Rocky. Like, this is really a fantastic sports movie. Taking all the Rocky sequels aside, I love all those, but if you want to talk about, like, a new potential franchise starter, like, this could have been a franchise, I believe. But the Warrior, you know, 4K Steelbook was a real beauty because it kind of integrated that cage match kind of style with the slipcover. You take it out and you got that steel cage, which is cool. You know, I used to be a wrestling fan back in the day, so that's kind of nostalgic. Great images of Joel Edgerton and Tom Hardy right there. Inside, you got some cool artwork on the discs. So some good stuff with this one. You know, we were getting excited with all these announcements of these cool movies with the 4K Steelbooks at this time for sure. And we definitely got excited when 3:10 to Yuma, one of the coolest modern day Westerns, was announced, directed by, James Mangold, directed this film, who's getting ready to put out the new Indiana Jones film. Directed the 3:10 to Yuma remake with Christian Bale and Russell Crowe. Great film. And this one actually came out on September the 6th of 2022. And then we'll take it out. Beautiful, beautiful artwork right there. Fantastic stuff. Love this Steelbook. Love this film. This is a great movie. It's got Ben Foster in it as well, who's, you know, also in Hell or High Water. A lot of Ben Foster love on these Steelbooks, I'm noticing right now. All right, now this is one of my favorite ones, to be honest, and I didn't even know it was my favorite one until I figured out what it could do. But this is the Limey 4K Steelbook. This came out on October the 11th of 2022. And I've already kind of given it away, but when it was shown in stores, this is what it looked like. I was like, okay, that's cool. It's like, I believe that's Terrence Stamp with the bars coming down. Like, that's pretty nifty. You know, I'll show you the back here real quick. And I've still never seen this movie, and this is, you know, the 4K Steelbook. I don't think I got a 4K before the Steelbook came out, but you do this right here, you flip it around, and bam, you got new artwork because you flipped it around. That is freaking cool, and I don't think that Lionsgate has done that since. And real quick, while I'm thinking of it, this is that, if I zoom in real closely, you'll see the first pressing right there. If you can see it on the inside, first pressing. It says that like on the interior of the Steelbook on every single one, if you buy it on the first run. So that's one of the advantages of buying it on the first run. But I just thought that Steelbook was super cool when it came out. All right, let's get into October the 18th of 2022. We got another Punisher film. We got Warzone Punisher. So I've never seen this one. I've seen the, Thomas Jane one, but I've never seen this one. This is a cool one. This was the first slip that was kind of dyed like a color, like red. So that was kind of different. And then the artwork on the inside, I believe Mexi Funk did this one. I remember that off the top of my head. But incredible artwork. Like the artwork is just insanely good in this one. But no artwork on the actual disc itself. It's possible I never gave this code away. So, maybe take that and enjoy it. Punisher Warzone on 4K. All right. Now we're getting to, I'm a little tired, guys. I don't know if you've noticed, but we're going over 30 minutes right now on these Steelbooks because I like to talk a lot. So this is another really cool one. This one was kind of, you felt that when this one came out, and I'll go ahead and show it, the Reservoir Dogs 4K Steelbook. This one came out on November the 15th of 2022. You felt when they put this one out that they were trying to create 2022's American Psycho Steelbook. Doesn't quite get there for me, but it's still a very cool Steelbook because you have that bloody ear right there, and then you take the Steelbook up and the ear is ripped off, revealing Reservoir Dogs, and then you see the guys walking in the blood on the side of his face. Like, that is really cool, but it's I don't know, there was something about the American Psycho, the simplicity of it, just the face being ripped off, that was just, I don't know, because you take this off and you just have a bloody ear on here. Like, I just think that Christian Bale's face on the cover is a little bit cooler, that face mask, than the actual bloody ear on the cover. But some people could disagree. And then like on the back, it's just like the little warehouse that they were in. That's nothing, I mean, that's cool, but it's, nothing too awesome. But I really love the disc design on this. Like, you have all the different colored guns, for all the different people with the different names, Mr. Orange, Mr. White, Mr. Pink, all that. So that's really cool. But the Reservoir Dogs 4K Steelbook is awesome. It's just not up there with American Psycho quite for me. All right, so December the 13th. This is where we're getting, I actually missed one this month. The Clerks 3 4K Steelbook I do not have, and I need that. So I need to get that at some point. But I did get the Highlander 4K that came out on December the 13th. And this is a great Steelbook. Had to get this one. For sure. You take this off. You got Clancy Brown in this movie, who's freaking awesome. But great artwork. Great artwork. Clancy Brown on the back right there. So good. So good. You get art cards in this one. Like, this is one of the first ones I feel like you got art cards in. But the actual disc art is freaking awesome as well. So just some really great stuff with the Highlander 4K Steelbook. Great, great artwork. All right, I'm trying to figure out how to get all this stuff back in. All right. But yeah, this is a fantastic Steelbook. Great artwork. How many times can I say great artwork? Great artwork, great artwork. I said it a million times in this video already, I know. All right, so this that brings us to January of 2023. This year, January 24th of 2023, and that is the Belly 4K Steelbook that came out. Great Steelbook. This one was different as well because you had that neon like club aesthetic to it with DMX right there with the eyes, the glowing eyes. Freaking cool stuff. It's a little disorienting, which is definitely really cool. So, and then on the inside, I like the disc art, and that's different disc art than the regular 4K that came out, because I actually have both the regular 4K and the Steelbook, because I like the slipcover on that one. All right, so really good stuff with the Belly 4K Steelbook. We also got on February 7th of 2023, the Warm Bodies Steelbook. So this is an example of how Lionsgate with these Steelbooks is just getting me to buy movies that I would ordinarily not buy on 4K. Like, I liked Warm Bodies okay, but I don't like it enough to upgrade to 4K. So if I wasn't collecting for these Steelbooks and they didn't have this awesome artwork that this one has, I probably wouldn't have this in the collection. But look, you got John Malkovich right there. That's cool. Who wouldn't want a Con Air Steelbook like this? Like, come on, other studios. I know it's Disney. Let's get things ramped up. Let's put Steelbooks out for every single movie ever made. That would be freaking awesome, wouldn't it? That'd be awesome. But that's really cool design with the undead zombies right there with the skull. That's some cool stuff, guys. And then on the inside, you got some cool stuff on the discs as well. All right, but that's Warm Bodies. Let's jump to, they actually didn't release any Lionsgate Steelbooks this past March. At least I don't think they did. If they did, I didn't buy them. So they didn't come out this past March, but in April we got two. We got House of a Thousand Corpses, the 4K Steelbook right here. So I've showed this off recently. This came out on April the 11th. Great looking Steelbook. This is another one that I don't like. I like this movie pretty good, but I don't love it. I double dipped. I got that big box set that's back here on my shelf, and I got this Steelbook. And I mean, the artwork on those discs is freaking awesome. So how could you resist, guys? Artwork, Steelbook, like that just trumps everything. All right, let's get into the last one. The Man Who Fell to Earth 4K Steelbook. This one came out on April the 25th. Of this year. Great Steelbook with a great design. David Bowie film that I still have not watched yet. But great stuff right there, guys. Can't wait to watch it and check it out. And we do have the next one to come out, is coming out this month. I believe, I want to say May the 23rd we'll be getting the Crank 4K Steelbook. I could be wrong. Maybe it's the 30th we're getting the Crank 4K Steelbook, but I think it's the 23rd. I think it's the 23rd we're getting that one. So you can look forward to that, me showing that off on the channel, because I'll absolutely get it. I haven't seen Crank in forever, so I'm actually really looking forward to checking that one out again. But thank you all so much for watching this more lengthy collection video. I had to go in depth on my Lionsgate Steelbooks. You guys have been requesting it. You've been wanting it, and I delivered. So thank you all so much for watching. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications for all future videos. You know, follow me on all my social media accounts down below in the description. And like I said, let me know what some of your favorite Lionsgate Steelbooks that have ever come out. Give me your top 5, your top 10 in the comments section below. Turn on the bell notifications for all future videos, and we'll see you next time.